waiting, huh?
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Hdmex coming at you with a new video. I know it's not really a routine thing and I'm doing my best, but hey, I felt like why not do another video, and we're going to talk about one of my passions that I love to do pretty much every day, and that is video gaming. I have myself a PS4, so I am a Sony bro, and I try and dabble around a little bit, try and enjoy myself. I also basically have myself a very good time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the era of 2016, which means 2015 has gone bye-bye, and we can continue to, for the next few months, adjust our dates at the end from 15s to 16s, because we keep messing up that way, but hey, a 5 is kind of shaped more like a 6 instead of the 4 to the 5. But anyways, I figured to celebrate the new year, let's talk about some of the games that I've personally enjoyed. Now you probably already get used to this, top 10s, top whatevers, but honestly to me, I've enjoyed quite a few selections of games. I do have a DS too, I forgot to mention that, but so far so good. It was a very good year in gaming, more importantly for specific games, not just AAA titles, and a lot of the indie scene. So today, I'd like to introduce you my top 7, because let's be a little different. Let's choose a good prime number in 7, and I guess some people consider it lucky, but whatever. And plus 7 is basically a good amount of games. I figure, it only makes sense. There are really 7 that really stood out to me. Some others, not so much, but today we're going to talk about the top 7 games that I played last year in 2015. Now, just for some semantics, I might as well say there might be some minor spoilers for some of the games on this list. I'm not quite sure, but just in case you don't want to be spoiled, I guess this is your little minor spoiler warning, so get ready for that. Don't say I didn't warn you. And some of the criterias for this, unfortunately, I will not be able to put Shovel Knight onto this list because technically it came out in 2014, even though it now has a disc release for PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo DS and Nintendo Wii U. But since it was released in 2014, unfortunately that is out of the running, even though Shovel Knight is awesome and you should continue to support them along with Yacht Club, because Yacht Club's awesome for giving us such an amazing indie game. It's great. Seriously, play it. Friggin' the Kratos level in the PS4 is amazing. In Xbox One, you have the Battletoads again, so you can legitimately ask GameStop, do they have Battletoads? And they might be able to say yes, but as long as you have the Xbox One version of Shovel Knight. But anyways, let's get along with our top 7 of 2015. Number 7. So one of the highly anticipated titles that came out earlier this year came from a fighting game that is notorious for being in the spotlight for its controversial subjects, along with its gore and violence. But hey, if they know how to do something, they might as well do it to the extreme. I forget it. Whatever. It's my top 7. I don't care. But whatever. My number 7 goes to one of the, I would say, the best fighting game of the year, which is Mortal Kombat X. Seriously, it's probably one of the best fighting games I've played in a while. Probably the best one on the PS4 thus far, which is saying much until Street Fighter V comes out. But overall, it's a great game, great character selection. I love the variation styles and the story mode. It's hard to believe that it really can push boundaries or really tell a good story when you basically get on a screen and just fight each other. But hey, NetherRealm Studios knows how to do it, and they started with MK9, and this is a good next chapter to it. And not to mention the guest characters. Predator's so freaking good, and so is Jason. I love it. And the new characters I really enjoy, Devora, Ferrator, and Kotal Khan. They're all so good in this game. Having a great time. And not to mention the online play and the challenge towers really give a good sense of variety. And with the variation systems, like I mentioned earlier, it really adds a good touch of individuality and really makes the player stay on its toes, because you might be used to facing one type of player, but that player now has 3 different styles with their own character, so you get their own sense of flair with it. Not to mention, this is probably the first game of the year where I spent a bunch of money, not a lot, but still a good amount of money, in the DLC. I don't care. Skins, not the extra fatalities or the easy fatalities, because that's kind of a cop-out because you gotta play the game. But either way, great time. I can't wait till Season 2 of the Kombat pack comes out. That way I can be able to have some more fun with this game for probably the next few years.
The story mode is really good! Into the ice cream! I ate the ice cream! Oh.
Number 6.
Hey, do you like scary movies?
Well, if you like scary movies, or basically like the old Freddy's and Jason's and those type of classic movies, then you'll probably see where I'm going with this. A sleeper hit isn't usually thrown around much lately, but if there is that one game that really surprised me on how much fun I had and how much immersion I was put in while playing it, I would have to say it's my number 6 pick, and it's Until Dawn. Not many people realize like what type of game this would be if this was going to be kind of a Telltale ripoff with your decision making and your quick time events and all that stuff. And you know how quick time events are, they can be tedious or break the immersion in the game, but the way that super massive games actually went and tackled this subject, it was really pristine, it was really amazing. The graphics are great, the characters are very good. You can actually see yourself in their shoes, and you jump around from character to character, and it really does matter with the butterfly effect thing, not to be confused with the weird S and Kutcher movie, but whatever. The butterfly effect thing really shows that your decisions really do matter, even if it's a little small thing that you do. The decisions do play a factor, literally life or death. But I really had a good time with this game. I've played it twice already. The first time accidentally I think it was 2 people died by accident, but I learned from my mistakes and I redid it better than ever. And it's fun to play with the tropes, and it's fun to play with friends, even the friends that really get scared. But yeah, play the game. It's a good party game, so feel free to play it with friends, and I highly recommend it, and I hope that the studio does pump out a sequel to this, because this game was a good sleeper hit for 2015, and I highly recommend it.
Sam, why prolong the inevitable? Why kid yourself into thinking you can get away? Don't you know I can smell you, Sam? I can smell your fear.
Number 5. With all the hype, with all that was promised, one thing is for certain. I would say it is my number 5 pick, and there's a reason other than why it's so fitting to be number 5, and that is MGS 5. Yes, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. It's a game that we've been waiting for so long, ever since that trailer dropped over at E3. We couldn't believe it. We were waiting. We used Ground Zeroes and played it for at least 50 hours just to get us hyped for it, but whatever. And then all of a sudden the game drops, and you realize, God damn, this is such a good game. But then all of a sudden, the ridiculous happened, and it was the whole Hideo Kojima situation with Konami. But seriously though, fuck Konami. What the fuck is with that? Like, that is bullshit. He's making a good game, and you're really gonna treat your guy like that, who's basically helped put Konami on the map with these great games and establish this universe. But on the plus side, what I can say is this game is great. It looks great, it handles great. The way that the direction that they put it in, with kind of straying away from the linear storyline and giving us an open world view on everything, it's really good. It's very good. You get thrusted into the action, you create your own mother base, and you love it. You love it. In some parts of this, in typical Metal Gear Solid fashion, really tug at the heartstrings sometimes, and you're really wondering, oh god, what the hell can happen next? And all of a sudden, there's a couple twists in the game that are just awe-inspiring, and really think, how the hell did this happen? And then it happens, and you're like, this surprisingly makes sense. I really like it. I really like it. Why did they fire this guy? Why did they not let him finish the game? And thank God, because of the collector's edition. Well, plus and minus to the collector's edition, besides the little tiny arm that they gave us in the US. Not the full-size arm that I think the Europeans got. Lucky, lucky, lucky. But they came with a Blu-ray disc, and I watched basically the pinnacle of what the ending should have been with the final part of the game, and it really made me upset that this was shipped incomplete because of the whole Konami-Kojima situation. But whatever, I'm still excited for the no Kojima Productions, and I hope all for the best for him. But seriously though, that's terrible. I seen what happened at the Game Awards. Konami wouldn't even frickin' Konami wouldn't even let Kojima go to the Game Awards because of this bullshit. But whatever. MGS5, the last calling card from Kojima to Metal Gear Solid, it was done right, for the most part. I enjoyed it, and it deserves its number 5 spot on my list. Seriously, play this game. And Quiet. I love Quiet. Other than the objectifying part, which I really don't even care, because honestly, she looks good with more clothes on and the more skins on, but whatever. I enjoy myself. And Diamond Dog. Dee Dee. Such a good companion. Seriously, get on that. Alright, play this game. A Hideo Kojima game. If you haven't found that out already. Number 4. Sorry, but seriously though, he wins awards for this amazing game that he made you guys. And you won't let him attend it to accept his award for the game that he made for you guys. That's such a good game, even though you guys wouldn't let him finish it.
Thank you very much, Kiefer, for accepting that award. And as you noticed, Hideo Kojima is not here with us tonight, and I want to tell you a little bit about that. Mr. Kojima had every intention of being with us tonight, but unfortunately he was informed by a lawyer representing Konami just recently that he would not be allowed to travel to tonight's awards ceremony to accept any awards.
What the Number 4. Okay, all puns aside, the next game that came out, that is going to be in my number 4 spot, also fits into it with the placement along with the name. If you haven't caught on already, it's Fallout 4. That's right, you're brought back into the Bethesda universe of Fallout, where you get to be able to go explore around the nuclear wasteland of the Commonwealth, and you explore, and you pull a Mel Gibson and try and find your son.
Give me back my son!
Who was taken from you after you were cryogenically frozen like Fry was in Futurama, but whatever. You have fun anyways. I'm having fun anyways. But even though I'm well over 100 hours in this game, and I'm still having fun with it and still discovering new things, having a good time. The mechanics for building your weapon, customizing it, make sure it's at the pinnacle of stopping power against super mutants or synths or raiders and all of them people. But I'm having a good time with it. I still am. I can't wait to keep going in this universe and having a good time. And the companion systems are so swell. I'm having a great time. Frickin' the NPCs in it are great. Piper, Hancock, McCready, Codsworth, Dogmeat. Yeah, that's right. A frickin' dog who doesn't say anything, just barks. He's so cool. You can put a little hat on him. Well, a bandana and a helmet, but whatever, you can. You can put a hat on Codsworth, it's the best. And not to mention the customization, it's amazing. Codsworth will literally call you fuckface, that's how cool it is. Or tit, or Mr. Booby, or anything like that. But it's a great game. If you can get past the settlement building, which honestly I don't mind, and with some people on the internet that they really do create some pretty interesting things in their settlements. But either way, I like it. I like the exploration. I enjoy the story. I enjoy the dialogue trees. I'm having a good time with that. Either positive, negative, get more information, or sarcasm. That's probably one of the fun things that you get to be able to drop on people.
I'll take a look, but no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein? Ego, fetch me the brain. No?
No, I will not.
But either way, play this game. It's very fun if you're really into exploration, getting lost in a world, and discovering new things, and you get rewarded for it, and just basically having a good time and being your lone wandering self. But I highly recommend this game. Fallout 4, my number 4. Honestly, that was kind of intentional, but whatever. On to the next one. Number 3. My number 3 is a game that came from an independent developer that's been released on Steam. It was a Kickstarter project that raised enough money and came out to the general public after a little bit of delay, but the wait was worth it. It is a cultural phenomenon that really pushed itself onto the world, and it's such a good game, and the way you play it really has an effect on it. The gameplay is great. The graphics, very retro and very retrospective on old-timey games, really pays homage to the classics, and I really enjoyed it. And like I said before in my intro, I'm a PS4 guy, and I rarely buy games on Steam for online, but this game was the one exception. And if you haven't guessed it already, my number 3, Undertale. Toby Fox really graced us with this wonderful game. The characters are great, the writings are great. I caught myself laughing a lot of times during this game. But there are, like I said, a couple ways to play it. You got yourselves 3 different endings, and I really refuse to do that third one that nobody likes to talk about, because I want to do that to anybody, because they're great. Again, not to mention, also has one of the coolest fan bases out there. I never caught myself laughing more at Vines or different YouTube videos than I have because of this great fan base. Hell, this game is so good, I might even do a cosplay on it. Yeah, I really like it that much. Sans the Skellington, that's what I'm planning on doing. Yeah, it's a great game. It's so good. Support Toby Fox if you get this game on Steam. It's like $8, maybe around that. But seriously though, get that game.
Okay, you see what he did? He French fried when he should have pizza. French fry when you pizza, you're gonna have a bad time.
Sorry, bro. That's alright, Sans. Besides, Bofa is better for spaghetti than Updog. What is Updog? Not much. What's up with you?
Number 2. Like I said before, I play the PS4. So you probably know where I'm going with this. Console exclusive game from Software. I think that's the way to put it. But yeah, it's from Software. It's an amazing game. The DLC just came out, the Old Hunters, and you should play it. It's called motherfucking Bloodborne. That's right, in traditional Dark Souls-esque fashion, you will die a lot. The grind is real, and it is so much fun. The sword and board style is completely gone. You now have your transforming weapon, and maybe a firearm, or maybe some brass knuckles if you have the DLC, but whatever. We're still talking about Bloodborne. It's a great game. The environment is amazing. The old Victorian-esque European style. The monsters are just freaking ridiculous. And the environment in of itself is its own character. The environment never really plays a factor when it comes to a game, but this one, I generally had that feeling of, what the hell is happening? I'm feeling uneasy about it, but whatever. You play the game. It's great. The bosses are great. And you can tell they're great because even with some of the bosses that have their own intro cutscene, they're fantastic. Seriously though, Martyr Ligarius has probably one of the coolest entrances ever. I mean, look at this. Look at him. He was completely frozen, and he's walking out of his chair after being frozen. God damn, that's freaking badass. Yeah, the Covenants are good, and like I said, the weapons are pristine. Transforming weapons. Holla at ya boy. I loved it. Ludwig's Holy Blade was my go-to, and I'm still finishing up the DLC, and it's fantastic. I highly recommend it. Probably one of the best DLCs that I've bought, like, ever. Probably one of the best expansions ever. How can you make a great game better? Give it this type of DLC, and it's fairly cheap. I like it. I really do. Bloodborne's great. It's freaking great. Oh, and if you have a chance while you're playing this game, look up some of the lore online. Like some of the backstory and even some of the monsters. It's pretty fucking twisted, and it really adds some layers to the game. And to close it out, listen to the freaking soundtrack. It gets you so hyped. I honestly put, like, some of the freaking soundtrack on my iPod, and I work out of that shit. Because how can you get hyped to it? You're about to go toe-to-toe with the monster. Like, in yourself. And go into the gym and freaking pump iron and do this shit. But yeah. I mean, right now, listen to it. Listen right now. I'm going to increase the volume on this. It sounds freaking sick! But seriously, though. My number 2 game of 2015. Motherfucking Bloodborne. Get on it. Now. Sorry, Plague of Gripes. It's my number 2. Number 1.
What? Blade, get out of here. Get out! Get out!
An open world, amazing characters, really in-depth gameplay, creative, everything, everywhere, just amazing. You can tell this game was put with so much heart and soul into this, and they literally tell you inside the frickin' box when you open up, thanks for buying this game, you're awesome for continuing to buy this game, hey, have some free DLC, like we're still working on it. It's okay though, because we're gonna give you some of it for free, and we have an expansion pack coming out. That's pretty swell. You should probably get that too. And guess what? You should do it all, because it's from CD Projekt Red. That's right. The Polish did something great, and it's called The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I'm serious though. This game is so much fun. I loved it. Like, I never had a chance to play any of the earlier Witcher games until before this. I was like, huh, this game looks pretty interesting. There's a lot of hype going on behind it. And Conan O'Brien did his thing on Clueless Gamer about this.
I'm the Emperor of Milfgard, if you know what I mean.
Maybe I should look into it. And oh my god, this game is so good. Great open world. You have quests out the wazoo, and literally anything to do. You can give your character a haircut because his hair literally grows back. There's so much detail into everything. Choices you make in the game affect anything, and the NPCs around the world, seriously, they talk about what the choices that you did or didn't do, so you might feel like an asshole or you might feel like an awesome hero. Yeah, you go around through the game, enjoy yourself, and enjoy life. But seriously though, thank you CD Projekt Red. This game was fantastic, and the DLC is equally as great. So a game that I put well over 150 hours into is gonna get some more, and I'm still enjoying it because I love this game and I love this universe. You play as Geralt of Rivia, awesomest protagonist, badass ever, and you get some pretty cool extra characters too. Frickin' Ciri, frickin' Yennefer, frickin' Triss. Try and play your cards right with that and see where that gets you. Hey. And guess what? Just everything, even the minor characters, are just so fantastic. The mini quests are stories in themselves. They're so good. They're so good. This game is so good. Seriously though, if you have a chance, if you can, pick up this game yourself. Experience it yourself. This is what games should try and strive to be like in this type of genre, because you will have fun, you'll get lost in it, the characters are great, the environment's great, there's so much detail into it, and it's hard not to like this game. It's really hard. not to like this game. Overall, my number one in 2015 has to go to The Witcher 3. Hands down. All the other games on this list were great, but this one, I had a great time.
Witcher, The Wild Hunt comes out May 19th, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me in my whole life. So I'm gonna go. Sorry about the crying at the end, but I do.
So do you have an opinion? Chances are you do. You're on the internet, of course. Feel free to leave it in the comments below telling me what your favorite games is, or if you have any recommendations of your own of what games I should play or what anybody else should be playing. Because honestly, anything's fair game. And like I said, this list in of itself is my opinion, and everybody can have theirs. But yeah, let me know what you guys think for 2016. I think it's going to be a really, really good year in gaming, and I think it's going to go off on the right foot. So overall, my name is Hdmex if you can't tell by the username, but enjoy yourself, enjoy life, and make sure to keep on gaming.